Christy K! I used to be cool until this happened. And now I'm fighting for seats on the tube with the elderly. Like, no joke, the other day, it was really crowded tube. We all know how rush hour is like. And literally, this kind gentleman gives up his seat, and this 60-year-old man was about to shove me out of the way for the seat. And little did he know he was dealing with a pregnant woman. There are two things that you should never take from a pregnant woman. One is a seat, and two is food. Unless you want to lose that arm of yours. And I swear, I think it's probably the hormones, because I feel like I'm going to turn into the Incredible Hulk, like, you're going to take my french fries away. No. But what's really cool is this badge. And, you know, I didn't know how easy it was to get one of these things. You just go to the TFL website, and they'll send you one. Guys, don't get any ideas. We'll see right through it. But it really is great that people in London actually give up their seats, because I'm originally from New York, and I was just there a few weeks ago, and no one gives up their seats for pregnant women, or the elderly for that matter. But I was taking the 1 train downtown one day, and there was this really big guy taking up about 3 seats. And I looked down at him and looked at his belly, and it was about 3 times the size of this. And I was like, okay, he probably needs a seat more than I do. So being pregnant, a lot of people ask you all sorts of questions. And the question that I get quite a lot is, are you excited? Are you excited? And I feel like it's one of those loaded questions. Like, what else can you say besides, yes, we're very excited, we're expecting our first child this summer. But, you know, what I really want to say is, I'm not looking forward to my boobs sagging, and my vagina's never going to be the same. But, of course, I have to say, oh, yes, I'm really excited. But the second question I get quite often is, do you have any cravings? And people get so disappointed when you don't say things like chocolate ice cream with pickles. Well, maybe tonight I am craving dog meat. Okay, I'm Korean, but I'm not that Korean. Okay? Let's get that straight. So it is very exciting. So my husband and I are expecting a girl this summer in July. Aww. And like any other expectant parent, you know, you have hopes and dreams of what you want your child to be like. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep my daughter from dancing on the pole with clear heels. You know, Mommy, can I take dance lessons next year? No, honey, dancing's for stupid girls now. Maybe next year. So one of the very kind of, you know, being pregnant, it's a beautiful experience, and everyone will tell you that. But what people don't tell you are the really nasty stuff. And the first thing, of course, like, you know, the first couple of appointments that you go to, does anyone know what this is? Yes. You have to fill one of these in at each appointment. And what I really think it does is, you know, it slowly chips away at your dignity. And I think but it's all in preparation, because, you know, after a while, after you filled in like about 10 of these, you'd really stop caring whether you piss all over your hands or not, because if I can't touch my own pee, how could I touch my child's pee? Right? So it's all kind of preparing you for what's to come. The second thing that kind of really like brought me down was maternity clothes. I was just a bit like, well, I feel like a big tent. But one day I was wearing these maternity tights, and it started to slip down walking around central London. And I have the option to hike it up like this or just let it go. And I decided to let it go, and it starts to, you know, trickle down to by my knees. And after all, being pregnant, I don't give a shit. Because in 2 months from now, they're going to be a team of people looking down my vagina anyway. Who the hell cares if you see my tights down to my knees? But the third one is probably the worst one, and I always get a little bit nervous laughing or coughing because of potential incontinence. So they tell you to do these pelvic floor exercises. And one day my husband thought it was really funny to tickle me. Little did he know that the joke was literally on him. So everyone practice with me, because it's not just for pregnant women, it's for everyone, so you can avoid adult diapers later in life. So you just have to like squeeze up from down there, like as if you're gonna hold your poo and pee, and then you just let go. Everyone trying this right now? No one can tell, so you can just lift, up, and repeat. Up, and repeat. So you can do this at any comedy show or on the tube. So I'll leave you with this. The last thing that I want to tell you about is baby brain, is when you start getting really forgetful, and sometimes I open up the fridge thinking like, oh, what am I going to get? And shit. Thank you very much.
Krista King!